Hello, welcome back to my channel. And this is Celtic Curse, and this is playing Avowed like a dick. And I think we're on part 7 or 8. I don't know. Anyways, it's time to go to the next area. And it looks like this camp is the closest. So but I wonder once I change areas if it'll just have me go to camp again. I was in Baldur's Gate 3, so I'm not sure if this will be the same or not. But I guess we'll find out. And both of them want to talk. Okay, so what can I get rid of? Okay. So it's all my upgrading done.
What are you...
Okay, so let's do that one. Okay.
grinning about?
Huh? I wasn't grinning.
Right. Well, stop it.
That's just how my face looks, Marius. Hey, you got something on your mind? Something you want to talk about? I'm sure you had your own reasons, but I'm glad you helped those two fugitives get to Thirdborn. A lot of people in your position would have left them high and dry, or turned them in.
Their coins is as good as anyone else's.
Can't argue with that. I'm just glad to see people get a second chance. And I'm relieved to know you're the kind of person who's willing to grant them, even when your official duties might suggest otherwise.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be decent. You got a lot to say about second chances. Something you want to confess?
I've been told I snore, so I hope you don't exile me from camp.
Maybe. Depends on how loud you get. How long the rebels been active in Paradise?
Rebellion's more like our natural state of being in the living lands. People on the island don't much like being told what to do. In fact, many come here specifically for that reason.
I can sympathize. I was eager to get out from under the rules and restrictions of life back home.
Don't speak too soon, because they may have followed you here. Paradise used to be a lot more violent. Now, bandits like the Sparrowhawks at least have to limit their activities. Of course, that change has come thanks to Ambassador Heelguard's adherent troops. And the Stilgarrote. Ludwine and her paladins have been busy in the hinterlands. It's all rumor and speculation, but I don't think they're making your cause any friends.
Rumors of what?
I don't like to gossip.
Since when?
Yeah, spill the
Okay,
beans.
I like fun gossip. They say she's hunting down so-called agitators, flattening entire settlements that stand in her way. Of course, all the news reaching Paradise is jumbled together. Stories about the Dream Scourge, the Steel Garrote, and the weird happenings that are almost commonplace around here. So it's hard to say what's true.
It sounds like her efforts risk turning people against Eridir.
I think you're right. I don't know that these rebels are all that organized yet. But where there's foam, there's rocks, as the saying goes.
That's all. Good night, Kai.
I'll be here if you need me.
What the hell do you want to talk about now?
Not everyone warrants an assassination attempt, you know. You should be flattered.
Should I also be offended he changed his mind?
Not at all. He was even more in awe of you when we found him in the cistern. Though that awe didn't last long. It's a shame. As odd as it sounds, I think he really would have left you alone.
I gave him a fair fight, something he denied me.
A fair fight? Huh. It's always struck me as a funny notion. He shot you with poison from the shadows. Many would call that a coward's act. But what other chance does a lone man have against imperial power? And who fights fair when survival is on the line?
Not interested in a philosophical debate.
Yeah, few locals, other than the animancers of Fjord, are. Most debates get settled with sharp objects. Unfortunately for you, I think this means we haven't seen the last of this conflict. Eagwolf isn't the only hothead in the Living Lands, and he's certainly not the only one with his hackles up about all you Adira newcomers. And Ludwig and the Steel Garrote are only making matters worse.
From what I've seen, this place could use a little order.
No doubt. The whole of Paradise used to be a lot more like the Sparrowhawks' territory, if you can believe it. More freedom, but more bodies in the streets, too. Your ambassador and the rest of the Adiran forces have been dragging the frontier, kicking and screaming towards order and civilization. All the things that half of us moved here to escape. Then, one day, Ludwig and the Steel Garrote show up to reinforce the Adiran presence, and they're as harsh as Wodaka herself.
Are you suggesting the Adir enlisted them to do their dirty work? Or that they're going rogue?
Could be both. Judging from that meeting, Ambassador Hilgard and Ludwig don't see eye to eye. I'm afraid that means trouble on the horizon, especially if Ludwig starts operating around him.
I'm here to investigate the Dream Scourge, not mediate between Heidelgard and the Steel Garrote.
Like it or not, their differences could make trouble for you, especially since the Steel Garrote is here under Adir's flag. And I worry about what that means for the rest of us.
It's just another obstacle I'll have to overcome.
Except it's more than your head on the chopping block. I promised someone I'd do my part to look after all of us riffraff who've made a home here. My best chance of doing that is helping you investigate this plague and keep a lid on tensions. And, hopefully, fend off any future assassination attempts.
You say so.
Like I said before, some of us still have to live here. None of us have a future if the Dream Scourge spreads. I think that's enough doom and gloom for one night. Sleep easy, Envoy. as best you can.
That's all. Good night, Kai.
Enjoy the ocean breeze while we're here.
It's not every day you get to deal with the person who killed you. He killed you, you killed him. Seems like a win-win situation.
I can't tell from your tone whether you approve or not.
I haven't decided yet myself. I suppose it doesn't matter now. Unless someone's still out there handing out resurrections. Anyway, it doesn't matter what I think. You found the assassin, and you're still alive, which means well done, Marius. Now you're looking towards Emerald Stair. Whole other kind of deadly out there.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, if you think you've seen forests, think again. Emerald Stair is where nature goes to try out some new stuff. The trees there are fertilized by the corpses of people who thought they knew what they were getting into when they got there. But past that is the strange stuff. Ruins, spirits, and other things that you should steer clear of.
Are you thinking of coming with us?
Considered it, sure. It wouldn't be much of a guide if I dropped you off at the edge of Dawnshore and said, good luck.
I have a feeling you'd follow us either way.
Right. I'm also not charging you for this, so you'd be stupid to send me away. We've got a bit of a walk ahead of us. You might want to get some rest. Anyway.
It's enough for now. Get some rest.
Pleasant dreams.
Ah, damn it.
Fior Messiverno, huh? Guess if you're looking for an animancer, that's the place to go.
I'm not here to talk about the Fior.
Right. Changing the subject.
That's enough for now. Get some rest.
Until next time.
Thank God. An upgrade available. I already did that. Nothing else to upgrade.
You might want to consider not washing your clothes in safflower oil.
I hate to break it to you, but regular laundry is a common courtesy when you're traveling with a group.
No, it's fine. If you feel the need to wash your clothes, go right ahead. Just use something else.
Sweat and midday breezes don't count as washing, you know.
Right, so I smell like the wilderness. You people stand out like a tree rat in heat. You've been complaining about the flies, though. You're attracted to the scent of sap flowers.
Thanks, Marius. That's helpful.
Well, don't get used to it.
Keep the voice in my head. Yep.
Haze, mirrors, we have touched something like your dreams before.
I don't like how you're getting all touchy. Why do you keep showing up in my dreams?
Our roots entwine, but we cannot linger here long. We must know. A life for life, a killer's blood billows in the drain. Did it please you? It pleased us.
Fuck off, I'm not gonna tell you again.
Hatred like a wire. Wake now. We have tending to do.
Alright. This way. Need some horsies, but I don't think we get them in this game.
Envoy.
Do we have a problem?
Paradis is not finished with you.
Thought I killed you all. Are you here for revenge?
If he wasn't thinking about it before, he sure is now.
Eagwolf allowed faith to blind him. We have learned from his mistake. My compatriots have observed your judgment. We have a message for you. We do not give second warnings. Consider this one carefully.
Can I kill you?
Something doesn't feel right here. Never has.
We will remember, Envoy.
Well, I'd rather you remember the tip of my axe.
Hold a moment. They tell me you're going to Emerald Stair. Business or pleasure?
Can I pass?
Of course. Don't let me keep you. Fair warning, Envoy. Before you showed up, Inquisitor Ludwine barged past me. She was looking none too pleased. Might have had something to do with that poor fellow who got strung up.
Thanks for the warning, but I have to go.
You're cleared to pass, Envoy.
Yeah. Can't say I'm sad to be leaving Paradis. I had no idea how tense things were with the Adirans moving in.
An Eagwolf's death won't help matters.
Dead men can't cause trouble.
Survival dictates you remove a threat as soon as it makes itself known. That's exactly what you did.
Regardless, the Steel Garrote will see this as an excuse to crack down. I get the feeling they've been looking for one.
Steel Garrote? I figured they're just more intense Adiran soldiers.
The Order may have started in Adir, but don't confuse those fanatics with us.
Oh, I hear you. Unfortunately, if you're marching shoulder to shoulder, some of their stink is bound to rub off on you.
I don't like that Ludwine woman. She gives me the vrikas.
Yeah, I've seen floggings gentler than the scolding she gave Hilgard. One's tacking when the other's jibing, if you catch my drift.
It's hard to believe she's supposed to be working with them.
And that's gonna mean trouble for everyone around them before long.
And it's a good thing we're getting out of the city.
Yeah. Much as Liviana misses our company, I wouldn't count on your mysterious friend reviving you a second time.
Are you listening to that friend when you go all blank-eyed from time to time? Does your special friend talk to you? I mean, I had an imaginary friend when I was little, but they never brought me back from the dead.
He means that with all due professional respect, of course.
How do you know this friend doesn't mean us any harm?
I don't know that yet.
Well, maybe figure it out. We can't prepare for what we don't know is coming.
We're headed to Fior Messi Verno to see if the Animancers know anything about the Dream Scourge, right? Maybe we'll learn something about your condition in the process.
Right. When it comes time to deal with Animancers, you two are on your own.
Animancy is outlawed in Adir for a reason. Meddling with souls is dangerous.
Most fun things are.
They could stand around and have scholarly debates about souls all they want. Gives me a great opportunity to take a nap.
I haven't been back in a
dwarf.
while, but Fior is, an interesting place. It was founded about 50 years ago by a disgraced Avalian duke and a handful of animancers who'd soured on politics in the republics.
Town full of nobles, scholars, and leeches, all surviving off the work of the farmers who grow food for the whole island.
I can't wait to see this.
They're an eccentric bunch. You'll see. It turns out that academics are as ungovernable as the rest of us rabble.
You don't understand what they're messing with. They can't tame the wilds with machinery.
They've held it at bay, until recently. Their ingenuity, or madness, or heresy, take your pick, has fed
I
a
don't
lot
wanna
of
take
people
my
in the
pick.
living lands. But, rumor has it, some unnatural blight is destroying their crops.
Hopefully they've been able to learn something of the dream skirt.
We'll find out soon enough. And while we're in Emerald Stair, there's something I've been putting off. An old friend from my time in Thirdborn had a cabin out in the woods. Tama. He passed a while ago, but he left something for me that I never got around to picking up. But since we'll be in Emerald Stair anyway...
You're just now getting around to this?
Better late than never. Can't give him a reason to go haunting me, right?
So you're planning on straying from the roads, huh? That changes a few things.
You won't regret it. Emerald Stair's lovely this time of year. Even the Delimgon bloom.
No matter what I tell you, you keep picking flowers from things that want to kill you.
Hey, they love me. You just gotta ask nicely. Compliment their foliage.
Right. Maybe buy them a drink before they choke you to death with vines.
This is going to be easy.
I look forward to hearing what you think the word easy means.
You and I have quite the adventure ahead of us, Envoy.
Let's get started.
I have 2 rules. No campfire songs and no hugs. That last one's non-negotiable.
I hear wiggle room on the singing.
If we're done being ridiculous, we should get some rest. We'll be in Emerald Stair tomorrow.
Good to have you with us, Marius.
Right. Go to bed before you violate the hugging rule.
Okay. Okay. What's up?
Would you be a dear and help us destroy it, please?
Looks like she could use our help.
Let's give her a hand.
Don't get too comfortable. More on the road.
You're not looking so good.
Envoy, look right. Work.
Oh, fantastic. People. I was about to lose my wits.
A mind's question. The dust of the Akita in her hair. She knocks. We would answer.
You wouldn't happen to have a ladder on hand, would you?
Obviously not.
Barrett's balls. Just my luck. I really need that vase, and a ladder is required.
I'd always heard Barris bells, but I like your version better.
But perhaps we don't need one. You're tall, striking, and well-toned.
Are you flirting with me? I've always preferred the direct approach.
If you keep encouraging her, she's going to climb you.
Watch out, Envoy. She seems to have a thing for you.
Careful, darling. I already have a lover. A good one. Skilled with his hands. He always carries a ladder. But, sadly, he's busy helping the Animancers in Fjord. And
Oh,
I
right.
need
He's
this vase
feeding on it.
now.
Your lover doesn't happen to be governor of Fjord?
Oh, absolutely not. Vidaro, the governor, is an uptight postinago. But if you want to know about the governor, fetch me that artifact. The vase sits atop that tower beside us, in the ruins there. And once you've got it, look me up. Yatsley, wizard extraordinaire, godless expert, and a Balrog in the bedroom.
You do meet the most interesting people.
I can get you 1,000 faces that don't require going into some ancient ruins. But no one listens to me.
Alright. Alright, you mushrooms. Overgrown fungus.
Next one's mine. Hey! Over here! Stay down! Nice work.
Yeah.
Okay, those were kind of long steps there.
Andra's titties, you found it! I tried using magic to get the vase down, but alas. Thankfully, you and your little friends came along and saved the day.
Excuse me. We're all bigger than you are, Nimdude.
I may be small, but my magic is not, I assure you.
Not about the size, it's how you use it.
If you say so, darling. But I'd best pack up. I want to get home. I've a new artifact to study. Thank you for your help, Godlike. Even if you didn't have a ladder.
Well, that's something I hope never happens.
The Godless and their proclivity for high spaces, I swear.
Take him down. Let's see what you got. Need more time. That, Marius. Everyone okay?
Granted, I don't come here often, but when did it get this bad?
Is that all you got? Here they come. Come and get me! As soon as I can. Not now.
One moment.
Just wait.
I don't want to wait. Alright, this cabin thing.
I don't see what's the problem.
If you can't see it, I doubt.
As if people weren't hungry enough.
Tell me another solution that would be half as efficient as that.
You there! You look like you know where you're going.
Can you tell me the way to Fior's Market?
Sorry, I'm just... Oh, actually, let's go with you're already there.
This isn't a market. It's a bunch of hungry people standing around. Are you sure? Oh no. That's the gate they told me to look for. What happened here?
Did no one tell you what's been going on?
We've had our own dream thralls to deal with. I came here to cut a deal that'd feed Thirdborn for a month. I was meant to set up a supply line.
I don't have a solution for you.
That's all right. I figured. You've got your problems, I've got mine. Just have to think of something. Surely they've got a few potatoes. Those keep.
These farmers.
Let's go. Take your best shot. Come and get me! Take it.
Ooh, more bad guys. What are you?
Give me a moment. Not yet. Let's go.
Who's there? Somebody else?
Where'd that come from?
Keep going. I'm down here.
What are you doing down there? Go with ow.
Look up, envoy. Arms up. Here we go. Look left. Watch the left. New armor. Come and get me! Hold on.
Oh, finally a rescuer. I was beginning to lose my voice.
You're lucky I found you.
Truly, I can't tell you how boring it is to talk to oneself. Quilly?
Oh, what? Did get interrupted.
You're alive? I mean, you're back. Ah! Did you find my notes? They fled into the ruins. Unless they found some secret passage, I'm sure they're still in there.
Show me what you got!
What am I hitting? Give me a target.
Let's see what you got. Hey! Over here! I need a minute. Everybody all right?
Quiet, Nimdut.
I don't think this is.
You're alive? I mean, you're back. Ah! Did you find my notes? How deep do these ruins go anyway?
You know, you tell me. Well, my quest objective is still pointing at him, so I don't know if it's just a glitch or
Let's see what you got. On your left. Behind you. Nothing like a win with a good team.
Okay, so I need to get you to catch
Here
out
it
on
comes.
fire.
You're alive? I mean, you're back. Ah! Did you find my notes?
I certainly did.
Yes, the cover's a little worse for wear, but the notes are intact. My findings on squirrel essence are going to change everything. Everything!
Squirrel essence? I could have died. For squirrel essence?
Now, you sound like those idiots at the workshop. Believe me, the implications are unparalleled. As everyone knows, squirrel brains grow and shrink in accordance with the nut season. So I thought, what if a squirrel's soul shrinks too? Huh? I propose that the size of our soul corresponds to our brain mass.
Then your soul must be very small.
I've got the biggest head in town. Everybody tells me so. I can't imagine any of my specimens are still intact, and I'll have to find somewhere to sleep. But I've got my notes. I can try again. Take this. Buy yourself something nice. It's the least I can do.
I thought we only got people like him in Paradise.
I would really like to introduce you to my axe.
Must be more specimens around here somewhere.
Oh yeah, the new shield. Let's see. Shortcut. You know what? Do that quest. I am going to that cabin.
no, you don't.
Needs to be outside. How you guys even see me in the first place? Come on, guys, run!
I'm down. That's more like it. Show me what you got. Come and get me. Come and get me! Hey! Over here! Hey! Weapon's not doing the job. Nice job, everyone.
Right.
I'm injured. Ah, gotcha!
Don't mess with
that! Let's see what you got. Give me a moment.
See if they got things. Oh, there's the cabin. Perfect.
There. That's Tama's old house. Wonder what he wanted me to find. Place feels different without him. He left something behind for me. Help me look around. So much here reminds me of Tama. It's strange to be back without him. I still can't imagine what he wanted me to find. Say, what's that you're holding?
It's like a carving of some kind.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
What is it exactly?
I carved this for him years ago. I had no idea he'd kept it, let alone.
I still don't understand what this means.
I used to carve things like this all the time. There's no reason Tama would have cared about it. Unless he cared about me. I loved him for years. I never knew he might have felt the same way. And he tells me like this, when he's long gone, leaving me with nothing but a piece of driftwood I gave him years ago.
Ouch, that's cold.
Yeah. And we knew each other for years. We were close. I trusted him with things in my past. Things I don't talk about.
Are you sure he didn't try to tell you in other ways?
What do you mean?
You don't strike me as all that effusive yourself.
You know I'm not one for dressing up my words. I make up my mind pretty quickly. I spend my time with the people I like, and don't waste it on the rest. Tama was the same in a lot of ways. I should know. He spent most afternoons with me. Oh.
Listen to yourself. Are you really that oblivious?
I wish I had such an easy excuse. I'm a coward, Envoy. I let him down. He was always there when I needed him. But when he needed me,
Ran away?
You don't pull your punches, do you? I'm not always sure about the way you handle things, but I appreciate you listening. Let's keep moving. A little fresh air will clear my head.
Yeah, I'm sure. Okay, so that door is not openable. Did I not distract you? Now, unless I'm missing it, this game could really use an auto-run feature. I have a feeling I need to go over there.
Here we go! Left!
guys are up there. Okay, so apparently that move doesn't go down.
Just like the good old days.
Okay. That's not a potion up there.
Envoy, over here. Good. You finally showed up. I was worried you weren't coming.
Now are you?
The name's Keeledge. Pleasure to meet you.
Wherever you are, I don't know you.
I can explain. Hilgard sent me to Emerald Stair to keep an eye on this place. I had orders to make contact as soon as you arrived. I won't talk long. He only wants me to let you know I'm here. If you need to get word to the ambassador, I'm your man.
Are you a messenger or spy? What's your mission?
Depends on the day. Hilgard told me to blend in, observe, and contact you. Now, I think I'm just supposed to wait and report back in a few days. I'm worried about drawing attention from Ludwine's crew in the meantime. I think they're up to something.
Aren't they always?
I suppose, but this seems worse than normal. I think the scale of their operation is dangerous.
Next time you see someone in the skill group, find out what where they're based and report back to me.
All right. I suppose I can do that. Exactly how far do you want me to go with this?
I want as much intelligence as you can gather.
I'll do my best. Until later, Envoy.
Oh, it's you.
No problem.
Leave me alone, all right? I'm not looking for trouble.
You recognize me? Have we met?
Remember Rig Wolf? The one who put an arrow in your heart?
Were you with the rebels in Paradise?
I didn't have to be. I'd heard enough. That damn fool Rig Wolf with his head full of visions. When he wanted to resort to violence, I knew I had to leave. You did right. If a leader won't listen to reason, they can't be helped. I couldn't be part of that anymore.
Should have stayed and fought for a change.
Easy for you to say. People always listen to you. Maybe one day you'll see a real lost cause. Then you'll understand. Good luck out there.
The Emperor's envoy. Inquisitor Ludwine said you might be heading this way.
And to who am I speaking?
Captain Alfair of the Steel Garrote. If you're here to speak with Vidaro, I'm afraid you'll find the Governor is quite beyond reason. These Valians and their love of animancy.
Perhaps diplomacy should be left to diplomats, Captain.
Fair enough, envoy. Talk to the man all you'd like. When diplomacy fails, the Steel Garrote will be ready to ensure the safety of Adiran interests. We all have our part to play, envoy. Until later.
She's as subtle as a broadside.
Does subtle mean something different outside of subtle?
Ado, welcome to my fine establishment, amigo. Well, I was not expecting such an esteemed guest in my humble workshop. Are you in need of any weapons or armor?
Oh,
The
shit.
roads haven't been safe as of late.
You know what? I'll take some log sticks. Because you don't have any potions. Because you suck.
Welcome to my fine establishment, amigo.
Jata, what's the meaning of this?
Look at these crops. How can you ignore what's right in front of you? The Dream Scourge is here, in the soil, and it's killing us. Oh my goodness. Are you a godlike?
Oh, what gave it away exactly? Never mind. What were you talking about?
Our farms are dying, and the politician here won't do anything about it.
Maybe you can talk some sense into our governor. Put the fear of the gods in him.
Tempers are high, but I don't see any assassins. Yet.
Excuse me, but unless you have official business, I'll thank you not to involve yourself in our private discussion.
Private discussion? You're arguing in the middle of... Oh.
We have Giata to thank for that.
As you can see, I was just proving a point to our esteemed governor.
A cart full of spoiled vegetables. You call that a point?
Ha! Emerald Stair used to be a lush garden for miles around, and now I don't even recognize it. First came the invasive species, roots and mycelium growing overnight, as though nature itself had gone mad. The Dream Scourge has twisted our lands, our wildlife, and now, our farms.
Deeper I go into the living lands, the worse this gets.
Indeed. We were fighting the Dream Scourge before it even had a name. I believe that we can restore the land, bring back its soul and its sanity, cut off the Dream Scourge at the root. Our governor would rather ignore the problem. He doesn't trust animancy as his father did.
It's difficult to ignore dying farms once you start starving.
As usual, Giata never misses a chance to slander me. I don't ignore her concerns, only her methods.
And you still do nothing. Before we can deal with the Dream Scourge, we first need to understand it. Unfortunately, new experiments have to go through him.
Must be nice that all the arguing isn't about you, for once.
I'm just trying to stop Giata from hurting herself. Animancy is dangerous when you're shooting in the dark.
Let me take her off your hands. I'll make sure nothing goes wrong.
I see you're unfamiliar with animancy. You don't appreciate just how dangerous that could be.
Oh no, I
Are
get.
you going to tell him about your family's basement? Or should I?
How dare you use that against me?
I know it was an accident, but look what it cost you. We can't let it happen again.
While we argue among ourselves, the Dream Scourge is tearing the living lands apart. Tearing our people apart.
What was this about your family's basement?
It's nothing. Our governor is backed into a corner and lashing out. I almost respect him for it. Buy me a drink sometime, and I'll tell you all about my family's basement.
Let's get you out of here.
Music to my ears. Well, Governor, looks like I'm taking some time away from my duties. I'll trouble you no more.
Your request is denied, Chatta.
I wasn't asking.
Your responsibilities are to the settlement. Turning away from them sets a precedent that I cannot allow.
Everything I have proposed has been for Fior, and you still refuse to cooperate. Under the circumstances, I don't have much of a choice.
Then neither do I. Giatta Castel, from this day forth, you are banished from Fior Mesiverno.
Whoa, you're banishing her for that?
What?
Ignacy, we can't lose our brightest animancer in the middle of a crisis.
Your pupil has gone too far, Quilici. Take her and leave. You're still a guest in my town, but to us, Giatta is an outcast.
You're making a mistake.
Perhaps. But I can't just let her continue to poison the minds of my animancers.
They aren't your animancers. Your father understood that.
Don't bother, old man. He isn't his father. I've done all I can for Fior Mesiverno. But you haven't even tried. Now limp back to your giant house like a good dog. We should talk somewhere private. Meet me at my house due west by the workshop.
I'll find us another bedroom.
Well, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this here. If you liked the video, go ahead and like it, and if you didn't, leave it a dislike. And if you feel I've earned it, go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you guys at the next video. Bye!